Hello and welcome back to Fallout 76. Today we are going to talk about bounty hunting. We've got a new season coming in about a week and a half or so. With that new season, we're going to get a map update, new region called Burning Springs. In that new region, we are going to have bounty hunting. What I thought I'd do is just go through everything that you need to know about bounty hunting so that when the new season starts, you'll have a good idea of what to expect. So first off, to start bounty hunting, you will be right here at Highwaytown. And this is the part of the map. It's kind of right in the center of the new region. So yeah, Highwaytown is going to be where your first stop. And you can actually see it's got these things floating overhead. I think they might be fans or something. I'm not quite sure where they are, but you can actually see them from quite far away. But the first time you come here, you will probably go through the entrance, which is right over here. And we have this, it even tells you, pull, and that's what you do. So now we are at the main entrance. And so if you were to fast travel here, you actually have three options, kind of like if you go to the White Spring. So you can do outside, which would be the entrance where we just came in, the, where that lever is to go up the elevator. You can choose the main entrance, which is right here. And then you can actually pick the bounty area as well. And I'll show you how to get to that. But you know you're at the main entrance because you see the motorcycle. You'll see it says Highwaytown. There's a little crafting area over there as well. But to get to the bounty area, you just turn right and you go straight. You'll see the stairs here. We'll go past the stairs. You'll see the gasoline sign. Left or right doesn't really matter because it just loops around and it meets right here. And then straight ahead, you can see Last Resort, which is the bar where we're going to go into. And if you chose the bounty area as your fast travel spot, this is where it's going to put you right here. So not really that far. This is the bounty board, which we will get to later on. But first, we want to start bounty hunting. And to do that, you go right into the bar right here, the double doors. And what I really like about bounty hunting in general is that it doesn't have any prerequisite. All you have to do is get here. You can see there's the ghoul right there. That's how you know you're in the right place. You don't have to talk to him. You don't have to do anything at all. It's not like expeditions where you have to do a bunch of quests before you can, ride a helicopter. You just show up and here is a stack of bounties and you just click on this and you're a bounty hunter. That's all you have to do. So I click on Start Grunt Hunt. And you see Grunt Hunt has started. And you'll hear a little guitar music. And you just go into the quests and it's a side quest. And it's right here. Bounty Hunting Grunt Hunt. And it's find a volatile outlet at Albany. And Albany is one of the locations. But all of the outlaws or all of the targets for the bounties have a mutation. And this one is volatile. If you've done daily ops, you know what this is. This is they explode when you kill them. And that's it. That's what we're going to do. It's right here. It's going to put it on the map. This is a fast travel location I haven't discovered yet. All of the bounty hunts, or all of the grunt hunts rather, they do take place at locations, at fast travel spots on the map. And they're all over the place. They can be, as near as I can tell, they could be at any location on the map. But once you've unlocked everything, this is going to be a very quick fast travel. I haven't done that. I'm going to have to go to a nearby spot and then walk over. So one thing to know, before we go do the grunt hunt, we're going to go do it. But before we do it, what's nice about these, they're not time gated at all. You can do as many as you want to do. You can only have one active at a time. If I try and start this again, I'll get a message, you're already on a grunt hunt. So you can only have one active at a time, but there is no time limit in terms of how often you can do these. Okay, so this is our town. We're almost there. I haven't discovered it yet on the map, but I want to mention another thing. So I did say that they have mutations. Now, all of the locations you go to, or a lot of the locations you go to, will have enemies that exist in them already. Like if you're just to roam the map and you come across this, you can see there's rad scorpions there now. I have no idea if it's always that or if it's random, but the enemies that would be there already are still there. So when you do a grunt hunt, it doesn't displace the enemies, it just adds a new one into the mix. And whatever mutation that enemy has that you're going after, any other nearby enemies that happen to be in the area will also pick up that mutation. So we have volatile here. So if there's any other enemies that will happen to be, and I don't know how close, from what I've seen, it has to be fairly close. But any enemies that'll be near that the target will also pick up that volatile mutation. It will go away when I kill the enemy. So if I kill our target, then the other enemies will immediately lose that mutation. But it does have an area effect, which is kind of interesting. But we've got some scorpions here, which we want to probably get rid of first. Let's see, let's do first person. Better view here. So we're going in and we've got, so we've got this Rust Raider. You can see he's glowing. So he's got the mutation like our target, which is, well, actually that's pretty far. Let's see if he explodes. Yeah, so actually it's pretty far because you can see our target is all the way over here. So this is our volatile outlaw, and he is a 1-star, and I'll talk about that too. But you can see all of the enemies, you can see they have this like this rust colored glow around them. That means they're being affected by the mutation. So if I kill this guy, which they're fairly tanky, they should all kind of lose. It's hard to see, we got to get rid of this guy. There we, whoops, got too many. But you can see they no longer have the glow. So that mutation, although this one is, nope, he's not glowing either. So yeah, so they're no longer volatile. So if I shoot them, yeah, he will no longer explode. This guy's annoying. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting mechanic with the grunt hunts, is the fact that the mutation of the target will actually affect all of the other enemies in the area. In fact, one of the times I did this, I started a new character, so it was a very low level character on the PTS, obviously, and I was in an area and it was full of glowing ghouls, and the enemy that I had to track down was resilient. So I had this low level character, about level 9, I think, and I had a whole pack of glowing ghouls that were resilient, and as well as the enemy, and it was actually quite a tough fight. But we completed the grunt hunt. So what did we get in terms of rewards? I haven't picked up anything at all. So we will get a legendary item, and the star count will be equal to the star of the enemy. So this was a 1-star enemy. So I'm going to get a 1-star random legendary piece and a couple of legendary modules. As near as I could tell, it is between 1 and 3 legendary modules. I've gotten 1, 2, and 3. Never gotten more than that, and I've never gotten none. In addition to that, the enemy will also, I haven't looted him. Here we go. Let's kill that guy. But the enemy will also have a 1-star item. I mean, he's legendary, so he's going to have a piece that's equal to his star level. And you also have a chance to get a wanted poster, because there's actually 2 types of bounty hunts. There's the grunt hunt, which is the one that you can start that you can just start as much as you want. That is a side quest. It's only for your character. And then there is the headhunt, which is a public event, and you need a wanted poster to do that. And the wanted posters will get awarded from what I've seen, it's every 3 to 5 of the grunt hunts that you do. So somewhere in there, after you've done 3 to 5 of them, somewhere in that range, you will get a wanted poster, which I'll talk about in a little bit. But we do have a whole new set of challenges for the Burning Springs, and I'm not going to talk about all of them. What I want to talk about is the grunt hunts right here. So the first set of challenges that you get will be complete grunt hunts. It'll be 10, and that will give you 2-star grunt hunts. And what that means is when you go to do one, the enemy's either going to be 1 or 2 stars. So it's not a guaranteed 2-star enemy. It'll just be one or 2. I don't know what the odds are between, if it's a 50-50, chance, or if it's weighted one way or the other. But the enemy will be either 1 or 2 stars after you've done the first 10. And then you pick up another set of challenges, to complete 50. Obviously, I'm quite a ways away from that. And when that happens, I'll get 3-star grunt hunts, which means the enemy can be either 1, 2, or 3 stars. And the legendary that you get as a reward for doing the quest will also match that. So if it's a 2-star enemy, I'll get a 2-star legendary as a reward, and he'll have a 2-star legendary on his body as well. And then the 3, and I'm assuming there's nothing after 3 stars. There aren't 4 stars, but maybe someday that would be cool. So this is what I was talking about earlier in terms of the fast travel back to Highway Town. You can see we have the exterior option, the main entrance, or the bounty board option. And you can just go right back. If I wanted to do another grunt hunt, I could just go right back to the bounty board and do another one right away. There's no cooldown, there's no cost at all. I could just keep doing as many as I want. Okay, so now it's time to talk about wanted posters. I mentioned before that you can get one every 3 to 5 grunt hunts. It's just a random chance to get one. There is another way. You could actually go in here and talk to the ghoul. I'm not going to do that, but if you come in here and talk to the ghoul, he does have a dialogue option where you can buy a wanted poster for 5,000 caps. So for people who are in game who don't know what to do with their money, that can be another possible cap sink. Now there's some things to know about wanted posters. If your character is carrying a wanted poster in their inventory, you cannot get another one. You won't get one from grunt hunts no matter how many you do. You won't be able to buy one, but you can store them. So if you put one in your stash, if you have none, if you're not carrying any, in other words, and you put it in your stash instead, you can keep receiving them. So you can get another one, put it in your stash. So as long as there's not one in your inventory of your character, you have a chance to get more. And you can, because you can save them. You don't have to use them right away. You can use them whenever. They cannot be dropped without destroying them, and they cannot be traded. So they are bound to your character. So how do we use the wanted poster? So we have this bounty board, and if you have a wanted poster in your inventory, you will get this option, this interact. option where you hang the poster. You have to hold down, in my case, you have to hold down A and that will do it. But yeah, you won't do it by accident because you actually have to have to hold it down. If I pull up halfway, it won't go. So you're going to be sure. So when I do this, it's actually going to trigger the event. We're going to have like a little cool animation here though. So here we go. We are, boom, there it is. And we get a little bit of music as well. Wanted poster removed and bounty hunting headhunt. So this event triggers, it's kind of like encrypted that way, where it's triggered by the player and you have to have a thing, not a recall card, but a wanted poster in this case. And it will be at a random spot on the map, unlike encrypted. So if we look at the map, we will see it is right here. Ooh, that's actually an interesting location. So this is the event. Now, will it say on here? That one I didn't notice. Yeah, it doesn't say who the boss is. So the boss is here that we're hunting down. It'll be a 3-star every time, and there'll be other 2-star posses. So there'll be a couple of enemies that are 2 stars as well. And then there'll be other enemies in the area. There'll be actually quite a few areas. This is not designed to be a solo activity. This is designed to be a team activity. Unfortunately, I'm on a private server by myself, so we're gonna have to manage. I've only done one of these solo, and it was I got lucky with it. It was a very easy one. So we'll see how this goes. Another thing to know on this, don't start it unless you're ready to immediately fast travel and do it. You don't want to wait, and I'll show you why when we get to the event. Okay, so when you fast travel, I'm right on it. So this is a flare that is launched. So yes, as soon as somebody gets to the event, there's a countdown. I think it starts at about 30 seconds. That'll get people, give you time to get there, or at least one person time to get there. And once that countdown timer's up, I'll be able to launch the flare. And it'll spawn the enemies. They'll actually be in this little fort in here. And anybody can launch this flare. So it's like the Assaultron recall card. You put the card in, anybody after that could go into the terminal and bring this, the imposter sheep squatch. It's kind of the same thing. And what I was seeing is I expect these to be very popular. They were when the PTS first opened up. And a lot of times these things were done in about a minute because so many players showed up. So if you wait to come to this event, there's a good chance you could miss it. But let's go ahead and launch the flare. Now the enemies here, they have, mutations as well, but they also have crazy weapons and crazy attacks, and they could do a lot of damage to you. Even if you are high level, you have good defense or whatever, some of these enemies could actually be pretty tough. I have the Pale Horseman. No idea. There's 30 different ones. So is that him, or is that is the Pale Horseman? Okay, I have no idea what his special attack is. They are quite tanky. So I don't really know. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing here. It's got wow, okay. Doing a lot of damage. Then we've got just some random rust guard. Oh, okay, I'm getting wrecked here. Like I said, yeah, I got wrecked. All right, let's try this again. Yeah, you have 20 minutes. Okay, yeah, I'm like 5 minutes. No, I have 20 minutes. Okay, let's do a little more tactical here. So we've got him. There'll be another couple 2-star enemies as well. And just a lot of random, because there's a lot of, okay, the Killer Reaper, there's 2 of them. There'll be 2 2-star enemies. Wow, this is crazy. Like the amount of damage you do, this is definitely not a, now I do have conductors on my weapon, so I'm getting a lot of healing there, but still, like they are very tanky. You can see, we're pouring the damage into these guys, and this is one of those things where, jeez, cripple, wow, all right, come on. Stim pack. Getting attacked on all sides. But you can see why I say this is designed to be a group activity. So, I'm sure if I was in power armor, it would help a lot. But this guy, I'm doing a lot of, jeez, okay. Jeez. There we go. I'm having to repair, they shredded my armor too. This is and I'm wearing good armor too. But yeah, you can see the damage that you get from these things is pretty big. There obviously it's possible to solo it, but it definitely makes it's a trickier difficulty versus, I don't think we have any public events honestly right now that where you're going to take this kind of damage, really. Even the imposter sheep squatch doesn't hit hard like these guys. And some of the attacks on some of the other enemies, there's one that uses like a crossbow that I don't know what it does, but it must be magical because it just totally destroyed. It was crazy. But look how much damage we're doing. Wow. He just does so much damage. Regular 50 cal does not do that. From what I've seen, I've actually seen a lot of the data mine information. And some of their weapons are like 5-6 times normal damage in terms of, in terms of what they do versus a standard, version of that gun. And after all that, his health is only down. I mean, he still has like 2/3 of his, he's like got a third, but let's see what we could do. I mean, I'm not doing nothing. Like the damage I'm doing, jeez. And I just get staggered and I can't, it's crazy. There must be something special. Maybe that's what's going on. He has some special staggering something with his weapon. Now, obviously I could have tried sneaking or whatever. There we go. I finally got him down. Jeez, that was crazy. Let me clear out the rest of these guys and then I'll show you the rewards that we got. Or maybe I could show you as we go along. You get treasury notes. The first time I did one of these, though, that I actually paid attention was like two treasury notes in addition to what we'll see in the new tab. Yeah, 2 treasury notes, 1 improved bait. Okay, so here we go. Let's look at the rewards. I'm in caution. That's good enough. Okay, so if we go to the new tab here, I got a 3-star. So this is what you'll always get from doing the headhunts. A 3-star melee weapon, a 3-star armor piece, and a 3-star ranged weapon and legendary modules. So the legendary modules must be a variable amount because when I did this before, I got 3 legendary modules. So it looks like it's a variable amount as well. And then of course I got a little bit of ammo for for the weapon that I got. So the rewards are really good. This is just from the event. I haven't looted the bodies yet. There's going to be another 3-star, another couple 2-stars. Normally this event, if it was full of people, which I expect them to be when the season starts, these are done really quickly. I mean, yeah, he was doing a lot of damage to me because I'm all by myself, but it was a full server doing this event. It would be over in probably about a minute. So I looted and I got a couple of 2-star items and another 3-star item. So this is the haul from this. So four 3-star items and a couple of 2-star items. And for the time investment in this, and these are actually really fun. Like I do like the fact that the enemies are so tough. I think the rewards for headhunts are really good. So that's bounty hunting in a nutshell. I do think this is going to be a very popular activity. I find them very enjoyable. I've done quite a few. And yeah, so far I like it. I think the rewards are excellent, especially when you consider how much time. I mean, it's a combination of things. It's not something that takes a lot of time and it's really fun. Like I do like the different enemies. The combat is really fun just because it's so much more challenging and different than anything else we've got. Hopefully you found this interesting and or fun. If you did, please hit one of the buttons and I hope you'll join me in the next one. Thank you very much.